Welcome to the PageTrack Location app. This app is for software hobbyists and makers who want to experiment with tracking and maps. There's no service available that this app can talk to. You will need to create the website that can both receive position updates from this app and provide a way for users to bring up a map on their browser showing the positions of users reported by the app. If this doesn't make sense, then this app is not for you. The big picture here is for you to be out and about and have your iPhone running the app. The app reports your position to the server. Other users can bring up a web page on your server and see where you are. You'll have to write the software that runs on your server. Your server will typically run the Apache web server. You'll need one PHP program to receive location information from the app. That program can write the location of all the people who are participating in your location project into a database. These people can be family or friends that have the app and are okay with their position being tracked. Of course, they can turn off the tracking in the app whenever they want. A second PHP program allows the users to access your website. That program produces a web page with a map background, such as Google Maps, and shows the location of all the participants in your project. The app has three screens. The position screen is what you'll see once everything is configured and running. If the three LED-like indicators are green, everything is working okay and your position is being periodically reported to the server. If the settings indicator is red, then there's information missing from the settings screen. If the server indicator is red, then the app cannot connect to your server. If the GPS indicator is red, the GPS cannot be accessed. Perhaps you need to enable tracking for the app. Yellow means the GPS can be read, but the accuracy is not good enough to allow your position to be sent to your server. Below the three indicators, we see the messages area. The app can give you some feedback on what's going on in this area. This area shows either the current status or problems. If the indicators are not green, this can be a clue as to what to do. The I am online button is an advanced feature. When you press the button, the app talks to your server and indicates that this big yellow button has been pressed. What your server does with this information is up to you. There's more information on how this works on my webpage. Below the button, you can see the current GPS readings. And at the bottom of the page, you see the three icons that let you navigate to the three screens. The About screen has a single slide switch that can turn off all reporting of your location while the app is running, be that in the foreground or the background. Note that if you kill the app, it also does not report since it won't be running. The switch is there for users who may not know how to kill an app. This screen also has the mini manual, which may be useful for developers if they're in the field. One feature of the app is that whenever you go from the Settings screen or the About screen to the Position screen, the app will force an update of your location to the server. If this all goes well, you'll briefly see the antenna symbol appear in the server indicator. Finally, we have the Settings screen. This lets you configure the app so it can report your location to your server. The server URL is the address of your web server and the name of the PHP program that can receive the location information from the app and store it in your database. The identifier serves two purposes. It's like a password, and it's how your software knows which person is having their location reported. So using just your first name might let someone pretend to be you. Using an identifier that's longer and has a mix of characters in it, similar to a password, keeps other people from pretending to be you. Note that your database needs to know what your identifier is, and whoever is setting up the system has to work with all your people and provide them with unique identifiers. The reporting interval is how often the app reports your position. The more frequently you update your position, the more drain on your battery. Here's an example of setting the report interval. The Run in Background switch, when on, lets the app report your position even if your screen is turned off. The app will turn on at the report interval, take a GPS reading, turn the GPS off, report your position, and then go back to sleep. All this while the screen is off. This is how the app can report your position and use less battery than if the screen backlight has to be left on. The Send Device ID switch, when enabled, also sends an ID that is internal to the phone. This can be used as additional security in verifying who the user is. Once you have the basics working, you can play with this setting. The User button is the text displayed in the User button box on the position screen. You can set the string manually, or your software can also send it a string when the phone connects to the server. This can let you have some simple interaction with your users. Finally, you can control exactly what GPS information is sent to your server with the Send Information selector. Here's what you might see if the app cannot connect to your server and if the GPS can be accessed but did not have enough accuracy. And once again, if all three of the LED indicators are green, everything is working. So there you have it. Have fun playing with tracking software. The app takes care of the phone end, and you can create the server end.